Great defense here by the Trailblazers. Another turnover for the Troopers. A hard foul ball there by Lena Lopez is able to stay there for the Troopers. Anderson now at the top.
That was a good hustle play by Lena Lopez there, keeping the ball. Trooper girls, looking a little sporadic here.
Definitely, and now Campos blocked down low. Seemed like she was trying to get a pass off and just couldn't get it off. Definitely care about a height advantage that the Trailblazers have here. And the Trailblazers are get into the corner. Another three-point shot. This one airballed. Williams now with the ball going down the court. Looking for somewhere to go. She stops and tries to get it into Campos. It's stolen again by the Trailblazers. Another turnover here for the Troopers.
And that's just an unnecessary pass there. You want to see Williams be able to slow down the offense a little bit against this, seems like, suffocating defense from the Trailblazers.
Definitely had some struggles here offensively for the Troopers, just trying to get something going. Amaya Williams was able to get a good defensive effort down low and get the jump ball, forcing it to be Trooper ball. Maya Campos now for the Troopers to bring it down again. Over to Duran, trying to get it down to Lopez. She does. Lopez gets it over to Anderson. She takes a three-pointer and banks it in off of the glass.
Anderson here is looking to start off strong in this first quarter, looking to be the scorer for this Trooper team.
Definitely. Hopefully they will switch the loads between her and Williams this game. Number 5 now headed out for the Trailblazers. Gives it over 23. Rios, who gives it back over to number 21. Now to number 5. Headed to try to get something going. She passes it in. Oh my gosh. No foul call there. The crowd obviously upset with that one. It seemed like number 20 there for the Trailblazers kind of threw a Williams.
Yeah, I think the ref just didn't know what to call there. Though it seemed to be an offensive foul, but something that the Trailblazers would get away with.
Definitely, like you said in the last game, no matter where, no matter when, between these two teams is going to be a physical matchup. And another three taken out by the Trailblazers will be missed.
Good rebound by number 32, Duran.
Campos trying to get another pass down low to Anderson. It is tipped out by the Trailblazers. It will be Trooper ball. And number 1, Tamar Alexander. She's really playing a force there with number 24, Angelica Sanchez down there for the Trailblazers.
And here, like we saw in the last game, the size difference for the Troopers helped them, but now we have a deficit here for the Troopers, and we'll see what they can do if they can attack the paint, or if they're going to be a 3-and-D kind of team today.
Dunan now with the ball for the Troopers, gives it over to Campos. Campos trying to set up the Trooper offense here. Campos gives it to the corner to Anderson, down low to Williams. Williams dribbles off her foot and is forced to turn over to the Trailblazers. The Trailblazers takes another three-point shot. And three-pointer and gets a foul. Ariel Rios there for the three-pointer made.
And we were seeing a lot of three-point fouls in the last game, but that was on the America side who was fouling. Now we have the Troopers fouling, and America's able to capitalize on the shot and drain it.
Jacob, it's like roles are switching here for the Troopers and the Trailblazers. Just a completely different game.
Definitely. I think we're in for a very good game here today.
Some early substitutions for the Troopers here. Number 14, Abigail Ortega checks in. So does number 24, Asha Williams. And the Trailblazers were able to hit that free throw. We'll give them a 9-6 lead. Ortega now bringing on the ball for the Troopers. Gives it into Anderson. Anderson over to Williams. Back up to Duran. Anderson now fighting hard for the ball. Throws a pass over to Ortega. Ortega now trying to make a move. Almost throws a turnover. She gets it to Williams. Williams trying to set up the offense here. Duran trying to get the ball into Anderson. A tip pass, but Anderson does pull it down. Ortega with a 3 now for the Troopers. She does miss, but it's rebounded by Duran. Duran able to throw the putback and knocks it down.
The Troopers just having some risky passes, but able to get a quick score there.
Herrera now for the Trailblazers, picking up the ball. She'll make a move on Williams, try to drive, gets it over to number 23, now over to number 1. Back up to Herrera at the top. Alexander now driving. She misses the first layup, but gets the rebound, puts up a second one, and misses it again. It is tipped out of bounds, and it will be Trooper ball.
And that was a tough contest there by the Trooper defense. It doesn't seem like number 21 would miss a lot of those layups.
And number 12, Olivia Morales checking in for the Troopers here. A young look here for the Troopers.
Abigail Ortega to bring up the ball here.
Ortega trying to make a move on number 1, Medrano for the Trailblazers. She gets it over to Asha Williams, now down to her sister Amaya Williams in the paint. She does hit the finger roll, will miss, but she does draw the foul from Alexander from the Trailblazers.
Williams here doing a good job early of creating contact and drawing these fouls to get Blazers into somewhat of an early foul trouble.
Kind of a dynamic duo that we see between Asha and Amaya Williams, the sisters, really the driving force here for this team.
They got that sibling connection, Jordan, and we'll see if they'll be able to push the offense a little bit more now that they're both here on the court.
Definitely, and Amaya would hit the first free throw.
Number 22, Michaela Aguilar to check into the game for number 21, Tamar Alexander.
Williams now hit the second free throw, which will give the Troopers a 10-9 lead late in the first quarter here. Headed now for the Trailblazers to bring down the ball. Guarded once again in this man defense by the Troopers. Over to number 1, Medrano for the Trailblazers. She gives it over to 24. Sanchez who gets it back over to Herrera. Herrera trying to make a move on Williams. She doesn't get anywhere, but number 23 now with the ball. Rios for the Trailblazers. Trying to get the offense going here. The Trooper defense finally able to stop the Trailblazers offense, it seems. And great defensive effort by Miracle Anderson, able to force a turnover for the Troopers, get it over to Morales. Anderson now with the ball. A pass to Ortega. Back now to Anderson.
Anderson doing it all right there. Hustle play on defense and now facilitating the offense here. Let's see if she can get a bucket.
And a cross-court pass to the corner from Morales. Morales drives, takes the jumper and misses, but it's rebounded by Williams, so she's able to get the rebound and put up another shot. She will miss it, but get the foul once again.
And what is that now? 3 takes and 3 fouls drawn by Williams. Let's see if she can convert here at the free throw line.
Definitely some great effort here. Seemed like the Troopers may have just needed to wake up there late in the first quarter here. Some great defensive and offensive effort. And Williams would hit that first free throw. Williams misses the second free throw. Rebounded by Herrera for the Trailblazers, pushing down fast now. Herrera stops the ball, picks up a dribble, and gets it down to the number 24 in the paint, which takes up the layup and is fouled by Anderson. She misses the layup, it will be a foul.
Something you got to do down there on the block is, it's hard, but you can't really lean in with the body there on the shot. That's what draw the foul there.
Definitely, and Troopers are trying to combat that height difference down low. Sanchez is able to hit that first free throw. Maya Campos now for the Troopers checking in.
Troopers did a good job of stopping that fast break off of the missed free throw. Just again, can't have those fouls down low, especially with this height difference. You'll see that Trailblazers definitely feeding the post a lot more this game.
Sanchez now misses the second free throw. It's rebounded by Campos for the Troopers. Campos now able to get it to Williams. Williams almost losing the ball, so to get it to Ortega, who throws a corner pass to Morales, and she misses the three-point shot. Ortega now trying to pass to Asha Williams. She hits it off her leg, and it will be out of bounds on the Troopers. Trailblazers ball here.
Just got to corral the ball in sometimes, Definitely look to be a good possession by the Troopers until that turnover.
Herrera now is bringing the ball for the Trailblazers. She gets it over to Rios. Rios back up to Medrano. Now Aguilar trying to make a move here. Gets it back over to Medrano, but she drives from the corner. She takes up the shot and will draw the foul from Amaya Williams.
Medrano having a good take there, driving in the paint. You can tell this Trailblazer offense is not afraid to take it inside.
And Medrano misses the first free throw. Medrano hits the second free throw for the Trailblazers, tying it at 11 here.
Here we are with 38 seconds left in the quarter. Let's see if the Troopers can get a quick score or run out the quarter with a bucket.
Asha Williams with the ball now. So to give it over to Maya Campos. Campos trying to set up the offense here late in the first quarter. She gets over to Asha Williams. Williams now trying to drive, gets it over to Morales. Morales now back to Amaya Williams. Amaya Williams to Asha Williams. Back to Amaya, now to Maya Campos in the corner. 13 seconds here left in the first quarter.
Looks like the Troopers will try to get a last shot opportunity here. Asha Williams with a shot, and she misses. Trooper ball off the Trailblazers here.
Possibly a premature shot there. Definitely might have been a force with 5 seconds now left in the first quarter.
Definitely, the Troopers lucky to get the ball back here. Now let's see if they can draw up a play to get a score here in the quarter on a good note.
Ortega to bring the ball now. Gets it to Asha Williams in the corner. Tries to get it to the top, and Maya Williams with the ball now. Throws up a shot and misses. Trying to heave something up there late in the quarter, trying to get the last minute shot.
Yeah, just something you don't want there.
And it will be Trailblazer ball here out of the end of the quarter, starting the second. Rios throwing the ball here for the Trailblazers.
Start of the second, we have a tie game at 11.
Herrera now with the ball for the Trailblazers, guarded by Campos. Gives it over to Aguilar. Aguilar now to the corner to Medrano. Gives it back up to the top to Rios, over to Herrera. The Trailblazers swing the ball around here, back up to Medrano. Medrano's able to get it to Aguilar. He gives it to Herrera, gives it back to Aguilar. Great defensive effort there by Miracle Anderson to steal the pass, go fast down the court, get it over to Duran now. Now Morales with the ball. Gives it over to Ortega, back up to Campos, trying to set up the Trooper offense.
And again, we just see Miracle Anderson having a great play on defense. And now the Troopers kind of throwing the ball away there.
Yeah, bad pass there by Duran. Tipped by Herrera from the Trailblazers. The Troopers lucky there. She's able to tip it out of bounds.
Definitely can't have those cross-court passes there.
Duran's able to get it into Anderson now. Anderson back up to Duran, and she shoots with the defender right in her face. Anderson able to fight hard for the rebound. Anderson able to drop it down low to Ortega, who finishes the layup.
Anderson again facilitating this offense, drawing in 3 defenders and understanding that she has somebody open down low.
Definitely a great pass there. Herrera now with the ball for the Trailblazers. Over to Medrano now, back up to Aguilar at the top. Gives it back over to Herrera, where she gives it in to Rios. Sanchez now with the great play down low. She misses the layup. No left hand there. Definitely something you should utilize in that situation.
Yeah, she's definitely got to finish there. She fronts Anderson on the post, and she's able to get the inside in her leverage, but she just can't finish.
Similar to what we saw with Marcus and Bennett last game, we're seeing from Anderson and Sanchez here. So physicality down low, just fighting back and forth for possession.
Yeah, and you can definitely tell in all sorts of basketball games is being down low, it's a lot of mental and physicality. You got to play a little chess game with the offensive player.
And Alina Lopez and Amaya Williams now checking into the game for the Troopers. Lopez now throwing the ball for the Troopers. Gives it over to Williams, who gives it back to Duran. Lopez now with the ball. Throws a bad pass. It's taken by the Trailblazers, and she does step out of bounds.
And we're seeing a little bit more of similarity here in the Trailblazers defense now with the full court press.
Definitely, and you see some signs of maybe trying to lead in the trap there towards the half-court mark. Campos is able to get the ball to Ortega now, back up to Campos. Campos over to Duran for the Troopers. Duran, a cross-court pass to Ortega. Ortega's going to get it inside to Williams. Williams has forced to throw it back out to Campos, where she's able to get it to the corner to Duran with a 3-point shot. She misses it. A nice rebound by Williams. She's able to throw up the shot, but misses the putback. It's rebounded by Herrera for the Trailblazers, now leading down the court.
We're seeing a little bit more composure from the Trooper offense. They just can't get anything to fall.
And Herrera pulls the 3-pointer and knocks it down. Bang for the Trailblazers.
And I believe that's her second 3-pointer of the game. She's really letting it fly today.
And you may have called it, Jacob, some strong perimeter shooting here for the Trailblazers early on. She might have been trying to take us out on that one there. Ball kind of close.
Yeah, just another bad pass on the Troopers' part. This press is really starting to get to them.
Campos is able to get it over to Duran now for the Troopers. Campos now with the ball once again, trying to save the Trooper offense. Great defense there by the Trailblazers. Able to steal the ball. That's Medrano for the Trailblazers. Able to get it to the corner to Rios. Back up to Herrera. She fakes the shot, takes a three, and barely misses it.
And, you know, we're talking about the combo down low for the Trailblazers, but we might have another combo up here in the backcourt with number 1 and number 5, Herrera and Medrano. You know, Herrera already with 2 threes, and Medrano playing good, solid defense.
And some confusion here. There was a foul called on the Troopers on the rebound. A push foul, which will lead to Trailblazer ball here. Medrano now with the ball for the Trailblazers. Gives it over to Herrera. Herrera now back to Aguilar. Rios in the corner now for the Trailblazers. Up to Medrano. Aguilar now gives it over to Herrera. Herrera trying to get it down to Sanchez. It is a bad pass thrown. Taken by Duran. Able to give it to Williams. Back over to Duran now for the Troopers. Williams now at the top. Gives it to Duran. Duran now to Morales. Morales trying to get the screen from Williams. And the trap attempt there by the Trailblazers is no good. Duran in the corner now. Coach Falk over here screaming for a timeout. She finally gets it. And you know, but something we don't always see here, the away team is much louder than our home team today.
Yeah, you can tell that this Trailblazer fandom, they're definitely getting into this game here with the Trailblazers having a 3-point lead here, and their defense is playing absolutely amazing here.
Yeah, and just some great effort here right now from the Trailblazers mostly, you know, seeming like the Troopers just have to find the composure.
Yes, definitely. You know, something I'd like to see more is just them understanding that they don't need to be on a rush on the offensive side. A little bit when they did score, they had good composure on the offensive side. Here they're a little bit suffocated by this Trailblazer defense.
It will be Trooper ball now. After the timeout taken by Coach Falk, Lopez is throwing the ball for the Troopers here. Lopez looking for somewhere to go. She's going to get it into Williams, who swings it over to Campos. Campos now able to get it into Williams. Williams forced to give it back out to Campos. Now down low to Lopez.
Trailblazer defense here sitting in a 2-3 zone, and they're able to get the turnover there.
You know, and that zone really killing the Troopers trying to get the ball down low. You know, they haven't shot well from the perimeter, so trying to get the ball inside. But, I mean, this Trailblazer defense just isn't allowing that to happen.
Yeah, they just have to find the holes in this defense. Every defense has a hole in it. They just got to be able to loop around, find open space, and hopefully get some open shots. They've definitely had some opportunities here. Just got to finish them.
Definitely. And Ortega throws the cross-court pass to Duran, who's able to get it back over to Campos now, setting up the Trooper offense. She gives it over to Lopez. Lopez gives it over to Williams. Williams now back to Campos. Campos looking for somewhere to go. She's able to get it to Duran. She tries to get it to Duran. It's intercepted by Medrano, who takes a layup, misses the layup. Great defensive effort there by Duran. And Duran loses the ball to Sanchez.
And again, you see number 1, Medrano, with a great defensive effort on the defensive side of the ball. She's definitely looking for some points here, though. Just wasn't able to finish there.
You know, Sanchez playing pretty physical there with Amaya Williams. Finally getting the foul call there for the Troopers. Duran now for the Troopers, bringing on the ball. Now back up to Ortega. Ortega's able to get it into Williams. Williams looking for somewhere to go. She gets it over to Lopez. Lopez gives it back to Ortega. Ortega trying to get it down low to Williams. She doesn't throw it. Now to Duran, over to Morales. Morales throws it up to Duran. And she gets it to Williams. Back to Morales in the wing. And she hits the three-pointer. It is a tie ball game now.
Morales with the 3 there. She's already taken 2 other shots here, and maybe she's just trying to find a rhythm as the shooter of the team.
Number 22, Aguilar, gives it to Madran now for the Trailblazers. Now over to Rios. Trying to get it down to Sanchez, is taken by Amaya Williams, now in the fast break layup. She gives it over to Ortega, who's able to finish the layup.
And that's just a clean fast break there by the Troopers.
Herrera now with the ball for the Trailblazers. Trying to make a move, takes a strong drive, and it is a foul called on the floor. That will go on Ortega for the Troopers.
Referee signaling for the reach in there, and that's something you see a lot in high school basketball is players not getting in front of the ball there. They're just reaching in with their arms and drawing the foul.
And number 23, Gabi Flores now checking in for the Troopers. Madonna now guarded by Duran. Amaya Williams is able to steal the ball. She loses her footing, but is able to get it out to Duran. He gets it out to Morales. Back up to Duran, which takes a 3-pointer and misses. Another miss there for the Troopers from beyond the perimeter. Madonna now with the ball for the Trailblazers. Now Aguilar gives it over to Rios. He's going to get down low to Sanchez, which takes the layup and is fouled by Lopez. Another dominant force there by Sanchez down low.
And you see the Troopers defense trying to double team there, but Maya Williams just not quick enough on the front side to get a hold of that ball.
Sanchez able to hit the first free throw for the Trailblazers. Sanchez hits the second free throw, tying it back up at 18.
And here we go again with this full court press from the Trailblazers.
Duran now is able to throw the ball to Williams. Back up to Duran, almost stolen again by Herrera for the Trailblazers. To the corner for Morales, which takes a 3 and misses it. And a hard-fought rebound there for the Troopers, but Morales turns it over after throwing it in. Sanchez is able to steal it and give it to Herrera for the Trailblazers. Herrera now coming down the court. Gives it to Medrano with a 3-point shot and another 3-pointer for the Trailblazers.
And like I said, you know, this backcourt tandem of Medrano and Herrera, they seem to be both proficient shooters.
Williams now trying to drive down low. And she gets the out-of-bounds call. It said she stepped out of bounds. A great defensive play there by Sanchez for the Trailblazers. It almost feels like the Trailblazers might have a home court advantage here.
Yes, it definitely does. And again, that fandom, you know, they're loud. We can definitely hear them being behind us. But it seems to be affecting the Troopers more than you would think it would.
And Sanchez once again imposing her will down low. Is able to throw up the layup. She misses it, but will get the free throw.
Number 24, Asha Williams checking into the game.
And they had almost 3 girls on Sanchez down low and still just couldn't stop her from getting that shot up.
And yeah, she's definitely a force down low. She definitely at least has a foot in height advantage there. You know, Troopers trying to do their best to stop her, but it's hard to do when you don't have that size to match her.
Sanchez now to shoot the free throws after that timeout taken. And Sanchez does hit the first free throw for the Trailblazers here.
I believe number 23, Gabi Flores, has just checked into the game along with Asha Williams.
And Flores, Aguilar misses, Sanchez, misses the second free throw, rebounded by the Troopers. Williams now with the ball. Williams trying to drive, throws it back out, almost another bad pass out for the Troopers. Williams gets it over to Morales, who gets it back up to Duran for the Troopers here, trying to save the Trooper offense. Now Morales with the ball. Morales over to throw it over to Williams. He gets back over to Duran. Duran looking for somewhere to go. Gets it over to Morales. Now to the corner for Maya Williams. Drives along the baseline. Is able to force to pull it back out from the defense from Sanchez. Back over to Duran now. Duran gives it to Morales. Back again, once again to the corner. And Maya Williams trying to take up the three-pointers. Blocked by Sanchez. And a fight for the ball here on the ground. And it is called a jump ball. Will be America Trailblazer ball.
See number 23, Gabby Flores, trying to get in there and get the ball out to one of her teammates, but just couldn't do it.
You know, might need some more of that effort here from other troopers on the floor.
Now number 10, Amaya Campos checks into the game. Hopefully she can get this offense going.
Herrera now with the ball for the Trailblazers, setting up the offense. Getting the screen from Sanchez. She's able to get it down low to Aguilar, which tries to make some move on to Maya Williams. Doesn't. Gets it out to Medrano, which takes the three-point shot and misses. Rebounded by the Troopers. Morales here gets it out to Maya Campos. Campos looking for somewhere to go. She gets it over to Maya Williams. Oh, she pulls it back. Gets it over to Duran now. Duran gets it to the corner to Morales. Duran back to Campos, trying to set up the Trooper offense here. To the corner to Asha Williams, where she almost loses the ball. Williams throws it up to Duran, which gets it over to Morales, which takes a three-pointer. Campos now fighting hard for the rebound, gets the putback shot.
And like I said, she just comes in and starts up the offense again with following the shot and just putting it back up there.
And Morales probably could have sold on that three-pointer over there. Probably could have drawn the foul there from Sanchez.
Wow. And a great move by Herrera, but just great defense by Campos there with the block.
Definitely a great defensive effort there. 10 seconds now left in the half. It will be Trailblazers ball down low with the throw-in. It'll be Ariel Rios. She gets it into Sanchez. Sanchez back up to Medrano, over to Herrera. Back to Medrano now. Rios from the wing. She misses the three-pointer. Rebounded by Amaya Williams. 1 second left. She heaves up the half-court shot, and it will be a miss. It will go to halftime. The Trailblazers leading by 2, 22-20 here in Trooper Stadium.
And this has been a very hard-fought game, but Trailblazers seem to be dominant in the first half.
And now out of the half, it will be Trooper ball. Miracle Anderson to throw it in for the Troopers here.
Our tech guy here, Patrick Chavez, resetting the clock.
Maya Campos now for the Troopers. Gets it over to Williams. And it looks like Williams may have had a change of shoes. These are brighter than the last ones. Maybe we'll bring in some lead changes here for the Troopers.
Some good juju.
Hopefully. Morales now with the ball. Gets it over to the top, where she throws it over to Campos.
You know what I'm starting to notice from this Trailblazers defense is they seem to only go into that press, half court, full court presses when they score, and then they sit in this 2-3 zone when they haven't scored or when the Troopers are barely getting the ball.
Definitely, and I don't know if you noticed, but in that first half, when they did start out in a man, it seemed like they may start to get a little fatigued, you know, like you said, like we were talking about in the half. Trailblazers do have a lot of freshmen out here, so, you know, maybe they don't have that experience or that conditioning yet to, you know, run a full man and a full press the entire game.
Yeah, but they do seem to be very energized when they do get those steals and start the fast break.
Definitely, and Anderson now to throwing the ball. She gets it into Morales, over to Campos. Now corner for Anderson. She gets it back up to Campos. Campos setting up the offense here for the Troopers, gets it over to Duran. Duran gets it to Morales in the corner. She's give it back to Duran, now to Campos again. Comes back to Anderson. And, you know, like you said with this 2-3 zone, it's really keeping the Troopers from anywhere inside of the perimeter.
Yeah, and I think the Troopers are doing a good job of moving the ball around, but they definitely have to attack with some dribbling inside and dishing out to the corner and just moving the ball a little bit more with a purpose to score.
Definitely, you don't see that as much like when in the boys' game, for example, when they dropped into the zone. You know, you have to dribble in and kind of force that zone to break.
Yep,
and
exactly.
A great shot there. The first point of the half by Duran for the Troopers will be a three-pointer. The Troopers now lead by one. Herrera now for the Trailblazers, bringing on the ball. She gets it over to Rios, who gives it back to Aguilar. Alexander now with the ball, driving. She gets it back to Aguilar, who throws a bad pass. Herrera hustling down the court now.
She's got to be able to get down the court faster and get the ball, because now look where the Troopers will have the ball to bring it in the corner on their side of the court. Should be easy for the Troopers to get the ball in and hopefully get another quick score.
Definitely, you know, that's another one of the freshmen of this team, and it might just be an IQ thing, you know, even though it's going to be backcourt, you want to touch it as soon as possible so they don't have to bring it in all the way at the bottom, you know?
Yes, definitely.
Anderson now at the wing, tries to force it inside of Williams, and defensive effort there by Alexander is going to force a turnover. Herrera now with the ball for the Trailblazers. She drives and takes a floater, and she will knock it down.
Another tough shot there by Herrera. Seems to be the offensive juice from the two freshmen tandem.
And Campos is able to get it over to Morales. He's up to Duran now. Back over to Campos, trying to set up the Trooper offense once again. Finally, Troopers trying to penetrate. Williams here. Once again, should have been another use of the left hand there. Tries to throw the finger roll. She will miss the layup. The Trailblazers now being pushed down hard by Herrera. Gets it over to Sanchez.
And the Troopers finally able to get a block on Sanchez there.
Definitely a great defensive effort there by the Troopers. Able to force a fast break, but Maya Campos misses the layup off a fast break. Miles now with the second shot, three-pointer, and it is good.
And here she starts up. Maybe she catches fire in the second half. She already has 6 points in the game. Seems to be the Troopers' shooter.
Definitely, you know, some great energy here out of the half. Maybe it's a Maya Williams' shoes, I don't know. But great looks here for the Troopers. And Coach Falk not too happy with that call there. It will be called a foul on Duran of the Troopers. Alexander trying to drive there. He's able to draw the foul.
You know, I don't really like that call, Jordan. You know, she just seems to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, and the ref blew his whistle kind of quick there.
It almost seemed like she was trying to get out of the way of getting the foul, but, you know, nothing she could do about it at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
Herrera now with the ball at the top for the Trailblazers, trying to make a move here on Campos. Over to Aguilar now on the wing, to Rios in the corner, back up to Alexander at the top. Alexander trying to make a move on Miracle. She does. And is able to force back out to Aguilar, who gets it back up to Rios now. Rios back down to Aguilar, a great pass there, and she's going to finish the layup.
And here we go with the Blazer press here after they score.
And once again, tied at 26 here. Anderson will get it down to Williams, where she drives. A great pass to Campos. The mid-range jumper is no good for Campos. Rebounded by Sanchez for the Trailblazers. Now Herrera bringing down the ball fast for the Trailblazers. She takes another floater and hits it once again. You know, Troopers have to step up there.
Yes, definitely. That energy that they had early in this half seems to be depleted after 2 quick scores by the Trailblazers. They definitely need to find it and get back to it.
You know, just some quick momentum changes, as you said. Just energy shifting back and forth here, it seems.
And it's something we've seen this whole game from the beginning of the first quarter to the second quarter to even now in the beginning of the half.
And a big block there by Alexander of the Trailblazers. Another great energy provider for the Trailblazers here.
And number 1, Medrano checks into the game. Now we have the 2 guard tandem back in for the Blazers.
Anderson trying to look for somewhere to go. She gets to Duran over in the wing. Duran back up to the top to Campos to try and set up the offense.
Anderson calling for the ball backside here.
Campos once again gets it over to Anderson. Anderson trying to move, gets it out to Duran. Calling for the ball down low. She really wants it now. Duran won't give it.
I think she sees the mismatch down low. You definitely have to get the ball down there. If she's calling for it, she knows she can score.
And, I mean, there's not to get the pass down there, forcing another turnover here. Herrera now for the Trailblazers to get it to Aguilar, who gets it down to Sanchez. It was a bad pass, but saved by Miracle Anderson. Now Campos on a fast break for the Troopers. A 2-on-1. And Anderson throws it back, and Campos is able to finish the layup there.
Anderson, again, doing it all for the Troopers here. Defense, offense, facilitating. She's really having a game today.
Definitely, she was really needed to step up here. Aguilar in the corner for the Trailblazers now. Gets it back up to Herrera at the top of the key, who takes a 3-pointer and misses. Rebounded by Williams. Williams now bringing on the ball for the Troopers. And she loses the ball, but it will be called a tip off Medrano for the Trailblazers.
And again, Medrano just getting her hands into there. She's done a good job of getting some steals and turnovers in this game.
And Asha Williams checking back into the game for her sister, Amaya Williams. Asha Williams now throwing the ball for the Troopers. Morales now with the ball. Gets it to the corner to Duran, who fakes a 3-point shot and will take the mid-range. And it seemed to be tipped.
Off of Williams.
Trying to fight the rebound there. We'll go off of Williams.
And it seemed like Asha Williams took out Miracle Anderson. Hopefully Asha can bring that same energy that Anderson was bringing.
Alexander now on the wing for the Trailblazers. Sanchez trying to get some work down low, and she gets there. She gets open, gets the pass, and misses the layup, but a rebound by Alexander, and she makes the putback. You know, just another dynamic duo here for the Trailblazers down low now. We see Alexander and Sanchez really imposing a force for the Troopers here.
And like we were talking about in the last game with number 1, Diego Carrera, they have somebody who can space the floor and run a 5-and-1, and the Trailblazers have that here too with Alexander.
Williams now is able to get the ball to Duran, and Coach Falk of the Troopers forced to call a timeout trying to recuperate her team here. You know, just some early offensive struggles here for the Troopers. You know, they came out with such momentum out of the half, and it just seemingly died, letting the Trailblazers come back and take a 2-point lead here.
And you know, this is really a great game between 2 good teams. You see the momentum swinging back and forth, and that's just how you know that 2 teams really can go at it.
Definitely.
And we're back out of the timeout. Trooper ball. Alina Lopez to bring in the ball.
She will throw it into Maya Campos now. Campos is going to get over to Duran for the Troopers. Sophisticated down low there by Williams, trying to get it open on Herrera. Another tip pass there from the Trailblazers.
And Trailblazers here, they're going into that 2-3 zone that's kind of like a flexed man that just seems to stifle the Trooper offense.
Williams now gets over to Campos. Campos being trapped by the Trailblazers. She falls and loses the ball, but it will be tipped. It will be Trooper ball.
And that was a smart move there by Campos to throw it off the leg of number 5 from Trailblazers.
Duran now with the ball for the Troopers. Gets it to the corner to Morales. Looking for someone to go. She gets it back up to Duran. Swinging the ball once again to Maya Campos. Now to the corner to Campos. Trying to get it down low to Williams. She throws a bad pass. It's taken by Rios. Rios now in the fast break. Over to Medrano, where Medrano misses the layup. Fighting hard for the rebound. And it will be blue ball. Kicked out of bounds by Lena Lopez of the Troopers.
And Duran takes a hard fall there. You know, she did a good job getting back on defense. The rest of the Trooper defense needs to hustle down the court after a turnover like that.
Rios now gets it into Herrera. Herrera setting up the Trailblazer offense here. Now to Alexander for the Trailblazers. Looking for somewhere to go. Gets it over to Rios, who gives it back to Herrera. Trying to get it down low to Sanchez, and she does. Sanchez saves the turnover. Medrano now making the move on Duran, who gives it over to Herrera. A great pass there to the corner to Medrano, and she misses the three. A hard fought rebound there for Sanchez. She's able to put up the shot and draw the foul. She will miss the layup, but she will take 2 free throws.
And with the hot start that the Trailblazers had in the first half with the perimeter shots, they just haven't seemed to get anything to fall in this third quarter. But as you can see, Sanchez and Alexander holding it down low with rebounds and putbacks.
And Sanchez is able to hit the first free throw.
And here comes Miracle Anderson back into the game, looking to start a spark again. Only down 3. The Troopers might need her to play this whole game.
And Sanchez misses the second free throw, but is rebounded by Trailblazers, and Herrera's able to knock down a layup.
Man, Jordan, I thought that was out.
I thought so too, but obviously the ref thought different. Lopez now throws a terrible pass. It's turnover by the Troopers, and it will be Trailblazer ball. Trailblazers now leading 33-28 with 37 seconds left now in the third quarter.
And once again, we hear that fandom, we hear the bench, and they are energized right now here in Trooper Gymnasium.
Medrano now gets it into Herrera for the Trailblazers, trying to set up the offense here. Back over to Medrano. Medrano now to Herrera. Going back and forth here between Medrano and Herrera. Trying to run down this clock, hopefully get the final shot. Back up to Herrera. They're pushing further and further towards the half-court mark. Medrano now. 10 seconds now left in the third quarter. Sanchez with the ball, gives it over to Herrera, gets a screen from Sanchez, makes the drive, and tries to throw it down low to Alexander, and it just goes right through her hands.
Herrera getting a little fancy there with the no-look pass after the drive.
4 seconds left now. I don't know if Ortega sees the clock, but Anderson sure does. Tries to throw up the full-court shot, and it will be short.
And that's just a tough shot with only 4 seconds and a full-court press to go against. You know, that's really all you can do there.
You know, maybe another experience thing from the freshman Ortega. She may not have seen the clock. She held it there for a second too long. Could have gotten Anderson a couple more dribbles down the court.
Yeah, and you know, against a 2-2 press, you'd like to see somebody cut down the middle there and at least catch it at least by the volleyball line here, and they'll be able to break that press a lot faster.
It will be Trailblazers ball now. Herrera bringing on the ball for the Trailblazers here. And in the corner, Rios, a wide open 3. She misses it. And Anderson's going to fight hard for the rebound and drive all the way down the court. Driving hard. Takes a layup and does not get the call. May have been a little out of control there.
Definitely she was, but that's something that Anderson brings is that kind of wild style type of play that just brings a lot of energy to this Trooper offense.
And the Trailblazers do foul Morales on the wing. Nobody happy with that call on the Trailblazers side.
Seemed like the Trailblazers wanted to push off from Morales, but they just couldn't argue that.
Ortega now with the ball for the Troopers. She does get trapped, but is able to get it over to Williams. Williams now to Anderson, back to Williams on the wing. She takes a three-point shot and misses again, but Amaya Williams now at the rebound and gets that putback, bringing in the Troopers within 3. Herrera now with the ball for the Trailblazers, bringing them down the court. Herrera gets it over to Rios, which gives it to Alexander on the wing. Back up to Rios now, back up to Herrera. Herrera setting up the offense, gives it to Alexander now. And Rios is able to feed Sanchez down low, but she loses the ball. Morales is able to take it for the Troopers, get into Ortega. Now Williams driving down the court.
A little bit of contact there from Rajano.
Yeah, once again, just a physicality factor. And a bad pass is kicked by Sanchez out of bounds. It will be Trooper ball. Maya Campos and Duran now checking into the game for the Troopers.
Miracle Anderson walking off the court, which seems to be maybe a leg injury.
Yeah, well, she did take a bit of a shot down there at the bottom. Maya Campos now gives it up to Duran. Duran to Williams, now over to Duran once again. Duran trying to set up the offense, gets it down to Amaya Williams, who gets it Morales in the corner. Morales misses the 3-point, and then we'll call an over the back on Maya Campos. I don't know if I like that call so much. I mean, it didn't look like Rios was trying to box out at all there.
Yeah, and it kind of just seems like Campos was just going up for the ball there, not really over the top of Rios.
It's kind of hard to go over the top of somebody who has a height advantage of you, but I mean, I guess the call is what it is. Rios now gives it to the corner. Madonna will miss the 3-point shot, but it is rebounded by the Trailblazers, but it's stolen by Duran now for the Troopers, leading the charge. She takes a layup and finally gets the call. They will go on Herrera of the Trailblazers. Duran will now shoot 2 free throws.
And Duran here just with a great steal, good fast break transition, and able to get the foul there. Now, something I'm noticing, Jordan, is this 1-5 look from Trailblazers offense seems to be stalling as they can't seem to get it inside to Sanchez, and they just look to be settling for threes here.
Definitely seems like the Troopers may be finally finding a way to take away that inside from the Trailblazers. And Duran hits the first free throw. And Duran misses the second free throw. Rebound by Herrera of the Trailblazers, bringing on the ball now. She fakes out Campos, makes a move, pulls it back out, and will set up the Trailblazer offense now.
One thing you got to do as a defender is stay on your feet. Can't really be caught in the air at the top of the key.
Definitely, especially when how these girls are playing today. Finally able to get it down low to Sanchez, trying to drive, and she misses the layup. But Duran gets the rebound and throws the turnover to Alexander. Trooper's lucky there. Alexander stepped out of bounds. It will be Trooper ball.
And again, good defense down low, physical, but not drawing the foul there.
Ortega gives it into Williams now, back over to Ortega, bringing on the ball for the Troopers now. Ortega making a move, drives in, gets it over to Campos. Campos driving now, almost loses the ball, but gives a great pass to Williams.
Was that a lost ball, or was that just a good no-look pass?
I couldn't tell if she did it on purpose or not, but it was great no matter what.
And here we are, tied up in the fourth with 5 minutes and 30 seconds remaining.
Madrano now with the ball for the Trailblazers, gives it over to Rios. Back to Alexander, gives it to Herrera. Herrera making her move, throws up a floater and knocks it down. A great shot there by Herrera.
And Herrera just having a great game today, hitting threes, hitting floaters, just doing whatever she needs to do to get a bucket.
Williams now trapped by the Trailblazers, throws a bad pass taken by Rios of the Trailblazers, but she misses the fast break layup, rebounded by the Troopers. Campos now gives it over to Morales. Morales gets it down to Ortega. Ortega now trying to set up the offense for the Troopers here. And gives it to Campos, where she gives it into Williams. Back to Campos now. And another bad pass by the Troopers, tipped by Ryan Williams, but she'll miss it. Taken by the Trailblazers, and another timeout taken.
And right now, not late into this fourth quarter, but in this fourth quarter, energy swaying back and forth. Both teams trying to get on a good run. Troopers down 2.
I'm getting kind of deja vu here, Jacob. Number 5, Jaylene Herrera, is actually sister to a Eastwood alum, Mark Herrera from last year. I can see some similar movements and similar shots from what Mark would take last year, and it's like seeing it all over again here.
Definitely, I can see it too. She's able to find her way inside the paint, put up some floaters just like Mark, and I wouldn't say she's a better shooter than Mark, but she might be putting on a show here tonight.
And it will be Trailblazer ball now after the timeout.
And Coach Falk here, understanding the situation, you just need one stop and one bucket.
Herrera now with the ball for the Trailblazers. Gives it over to Alexander. Alexander now driving along the baseline. Throws it kind of hard against the glass. Misses the layup, but she tries to get the putback and misses once again. And Maya Williams now on the ground fighting for the ball. Is able to get it out to Duran, who gets it out to Morales. Morales now gives it back to Williams, who pulls it down the court and draws the blocking foul. The Trailblazers not happy with that one. The coaches obviously thought it was a push-off.
And number 54, Miracle Anderson, to come back into the game. I could see where the Trailblazers coaches would think that's a push-off, but you got to understand is there was no full extension there, so you can't
not at all. It was just a physical defensive play there and a physical offensive play, just trying to fight to make either team win here.
Yes, and the refs definitely letting both teams play it out here.
Morales now down low, gives it out to Williams. Up to Duran, over to Campos now. Campos now to Anderson. Anderson looking to the corner to Campos. Gets it over to Duran. Back to Anderson, who gets it over to Williams. Williams now driving. Makes a great take, but misses the layup, rebounded by Sanchez. Sanchez gets it over to Herrera.
That's a good look by Williams there. She just got to put that one in the bucket.
Herrera now trying to set up the offense here for the Trailblazers. Gets it over to Medrano. Medrano now guarded by Duran. Gets it over to Rios, who gives it back to Herrera at the top. The Trailblazers leading by 2 here with 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Herrera tries to force it down low to Medrano. It's stolen by Amaya Williams, who pushes down the court fast. Is forced to pull it back out, but gets it up to Campos. Campos now gets it over to Duran, over to the corner to Morales, back up to Duran, over to Campos once again. Now to Duran, who takes a 3-point shot and hits it, bang, for the Troopers.
Wow, what a great shot that the Troopers needed. They now take a 1-point lead here in the fourth quarter.
And there's now 9 points there for Duran. Herrera now to bring down the ball. Over to Rios. Herrera now on the wing, gets it down to Sanchez, guarded by Maya Williams. Sanchez trying to make a move. She does and gets to the basket. She will miss the layup. She'll shoot 2 free throws here for the Trailblazers.
And the referee here calling that Williams had reached over the body of the shooter, but kind of hard to do that. Like, again, just the height difference there. I think more if the body was leaned into it, I would agree with the foul there.
And Sanchez does knock down the first free throw for the Trailblazers, tying it once again here at 36. I wish we had a counter here of how many ties and lead changes we've had, just so we can keep track. It's definitely been a lot.
Yes, it has, Jordan. Again, just back and forth game. Great game here today.
And speaking of lead change, the Trailblazers will take a 1-point lead here late in the fourth. Anderson now with the ball for the Troopers. Gets a long pass to Williams on the wing. Gets it to Duran. Duran back up to Anderson now. Anderson to Campos. Campos trying to set up the offense. Gets it to Duran. Campos with the ball, hits Morales in the corner, who takes a 3-point shot. She misses. Fought hard by Williams. She will not get it though. And it's tipped by Anderson, but it will be Trailblazer ball.
Williams has to help Anderson out on that one. You know, tip ball. Gotta have hustle on both sides and definitely get that ball there.
Definitely would like to see the divers. Some more effort there trying to fight here late in the fourth quarter. I didn't know what the ball for the Trailblazers. She gives it over to Medrano now. Back to Rios. Over to Alexander. Alexander back to Medrano. Tries to get it down to Sanchez. It's tipped by Duran. Stolen by Duran. They give it to Morales, who gives it to Anderson. Now Duran bringing on the ball. Gets it back to Anderson. And back to Duran once again.
Kind of playing keep away here, Jordan.
Definitely just trying to defeat that trap and that press. Over to Williams in the corner, who takes the three-point shot. She will miss it, but is rebounded by Miracle Anderson, who shows the putback and he's going to knock it down. That's a 1-point lead for the Troopers now.
And all game, Miracle Anderson has been doing it for the Troopers. Her and Duran just have been putting it on for the Troopers today.
And Alexander misses the layup there for the Trailblazers. Rebounded by the Troopers. Definitely not a shot the Trailblazers needed right now.
And here we are, crunch time, 1:30 left in this fourth quarter. Troopers up by 1.
And the Trailblazers are still kind of playing in this zone. Kind of a higher 3-2 now. Trying to jump the pass, and they do jump the pass. Get the steal from Herrera. Herrera driving now. Draws the contact from Campos. Campos not happy with the call.
And again, they catch the Troopers with the body there down low on the post. You know, something to do with the clock and the time, and understanding that in Texas basketball, we don't have a shot clock. I think that was a very rushed pass there.
Definitely, you know, affects many games here in Texas, especially when you go out of state. Herrera misses the first free throw now.
And now number 22, Michaela Aguilar to check in, and number 14, Abigail Ortega to check in for the Troopers.
And surprising to see Miracle Anderson coming out of the game here late for the Troopers, maybe a little fatigued. Coach Falk having the IQ to see that, knowing when her Troopers need a break.
Definitely, and you know, you still have some sort of energy from number 14, Duran. I'm sorry, number 32.
And after the made free throw, the Trailblazers will take a timeout. Will be another tie here at 38 with 1:21 left in the fourth.
The Trooper girls seeming to want a lane violation on that last free throw shot.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't looking that hard. I couldn't tell, but she didn't make the free throw after all. And it will be Trooper ball here out of the side of the timeout. Ortega will throw it in for the Troopers. A full court press look for the Trailblazers now. And Dorano was turning it over. Trailblazers wanting a travel call there.
Kind of hard to call a travel there when your defensive player bumps into the offensive player.
Yeah, if anything, it almost should have been a blocking foul. Campos now with the ball for the Troopers. She gets it into Williams, goes it to the corner to Ortega, back up to Duran, over to Campos once again. Now Morales in the wing for the Troopers. Gets it over to Duran. The Trailblazers are running a 3-second call here. I'm guessing on Amaya Williams. She is stepping in and out, so I'm not sure which call they want. Ortega now from the wing. She misses the shot, and it is rebounded by the Trailblazers. The Trailblazers now pushing on the ball. It's Medrano with the ball. She will stop it and give it to Herrera.
Troopers do a good job of getting back on defense.
Aguilar now. Herrera now setting up the offense for the Trailblazers. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Tie ball game. Herrera looking for somewhere to go. Gets it over to Medrano. Medrano trying to get the screen for Sanchez. She doesn't take it.
And Williams.
Comes an effort by Williams. She's able to steal the ball and go on a fast break. And she misses the layup. Seemingly want a foul call. Eastwood fans outraged by a no call there.
But the Troopers do get the ball off of the tip.
Coach Falk will call a timeout with 5 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Tied at 38. Just a great game here. Finally feeling the atmosphere of Trooper Gymnasium.
Where do you think we go to here, Jordan? With 5 seconds left in the game, last shot, who do you want the ball?
I'm thinking we either try and get it down low to Anderson or, Duran and Morales have had the hot hand from the three all game. So I say either one of those two options.
I definitely agree with you there. I think they just can't have a bad pass because this Trailblazer offense, they can definitely go in transition. And with 5 seconds left, they can definitely get down the court and make a layup.
Definitely, and it's going to be interesting to see with the IQ of Coach Falk here what she draws up to try and get her Troopers to score here, and send this game home.
Definitely, we'll see what happens right now after the break.
And honestly, I don't know if either team here has the energy to play another overtime period. Both teams looking almost fatigued now late in the fourth quarter here.
Yeah, they've definitely been going at it this whole game. You can tell it's starting to hit them. You never know. Maybe they find the energy. Whoever finds the energy, if it goes into overtime, I think we'll win this game.
And it's definitely a battle of who truly wants it more.
Trailblazers out first off of the break. Definitely playing a little bit of mental games, don't you think?
Definitely. I'm sure the coach did that on purpose, trying to get the Troopers out of the game. Maya Campos now to throwing the ball for the Troopers. Let's see what Coach Falk drawed up here during the break. Campos looking for somewhere to go. She tries to get into Anderson. Herrera steals the ball, goes on the layup. She misses the layup. And she gets a foul call late, a very late call. Wow.
And that's something I didn't want to see was that bad pass. And like I said, they were able to get it down the court fast.
And it was already a bad play, the bad pass, a missed layup, and then a very late call by the official here. The buzzer did sound.
Now, is this foul on the floor or is it in the act of shooting? I believe he called it late.
And one of the officials here is calling to discuss this. It seems like not all on the same page.
It seems here that he's calling for a push after the shot. So it should be, if I do know my rules pretty well, it should be on the floor.
Yeah, which means we would be end of regulation going into overtime. And now we are calling for additional time added to the clock. They did add 1.2 seconds to the clock here.
Something of a little bit of an advantage we have here as commentators that other sports don't really have is we get to hear the referees talk about these fouls.
Definitely, and we see the officials bringing in both coaches now, trying to figure out what exactly. So we're seeing a push after shot. And they are giving her 2 shots here with 1.2 seconds left. Oh my, and they do give it an inbound pass. Nobody happy here. We don't really know what to say here.
Yeah, it's very confusing what is going down, what the referees are actually calling here, and looks like the Trailblazers do take a timeout here.
Yeah, so the officials do grant the Trailblazers a throw in here. It would be a push after the shot. They did add 1.2 seconds left, so the Trailblazers will call a timeout and try and draw something up here for a very last second shot.
And I'm thinking they're definitely going to try to go to one of their 2 bigs. They
definitely either that or Herrera or Medrano at the top trying to get that 3 and possibly even Rios.
Yeah, but with the amount of time on the clock, you really don't want to take a risky pass out to the 3-point line. Understanding your height advantage, you can definitely hit it into the paint with I want to say an alley-oop kind of play.
The Trailblazers throwing the ball to Herrera down low under the basket. And as you said, they give it into Sanchez down low, and she misses the layup. She misses the layup. Looking for a foul call. They don't get it, and that will be the end of regulation.
Wow.
It's going to overtime here in Trooper Gymnasium, tied at 38.
And that was a really good play drawn up by the Trailblazers there, clearing out the paint for Sanchez. She just wasn't able to put it in.
And I mean, you called it. It was a great play job, just could not execute.
And looks like we're in for another quarter of some great basketball here today, Jordan.
And as I said, I think it's going to be a great challenge to see who truly wants it more after the fatigue factor here. I mean, after 4 quarters of play, you have to be tired, you know?
Yes, definitely. And especially with, it seems to be like a limited rotation from both teams. Both teams conjoining here during the break. You really have to see what they draw up offensively, defensively. But again, it just comes down to the mentalities of both teams. Who wants it more? Who's going to give in more? And that will determine the outcome of this game.
And here we go, another tip-off, the second of this game.
And here we are with 4 minutes in this overtime. The last 2 out of breaks that we've had, the Troopers have had a great start. What do you see coming out of this break?
You know, hopefully we get another just burst of energy here for the Troopers leading into our early lead. But, you know, with who we're looking at on the court here for the Trailblazers, they have everything they need from shooters to bigs in the down low.
And the Troopers win the tip there with Miracle Anderson. She finds Campos.
Campos now back over to Anderson. Duran now. And the Troopers trying to swing the ball here. Coach Falk giving Campos the call, trying to set up the offense here. And a great atmosphere right now from the Trooper Gymnasium. Campos now gives it back over to Anderson. Back to Campos now. And, you know, as we said, we may need to see more trying to break this zone.
And Williams with the N1 there.
She's able to catch the rebound off of Duran's shot and gets the N1 play. That's 10 points now for Amaya Williams, giving the Troopers 2-point lead here in this overtime period.
And like you were saying, Jordan, you know, the Troopers need to start off fast like they have been doing during this game. And you could see Duran able to break the zone there with her drive and Amaya able to follow up the shot there.
And I just hope they can keep the energy going here. Amaya Williams misses the free throw, Rebounded by Alexander, but stolen by Campos. The Troopers with the ball once again, trying to slow it down. Campos here. Gives it over to Anderson, back to Campos, trying to set up the offense now.
And Alexander getting a little bit tangled up there on that rebound leads to the turnover.
Now Duran with the ball, gives it over to Anderson. Anderson gives it into Williams. Williams trying to make a move, gives it to the corner to Morales, who takes a 3-point shot. She will miss it. A hard foul rebound here between Herrera and Campos, and they will call a jump ball. That should be Trailblazer ball.
And Morales, you know, just a slight miss off the rim. She's just been off a little bit this game, but you can tell her confidence hasn't gone down.
And you know, the referee kind of granted Amaya Williams there a little warning for throwing an elbow apparently. Magnano now with the ball for the Trailblazers. Herrera now with the ball, trying to drive. She goes nowhere, gets it out to Aguilar, who goes to Alexander now. Tripper staying in this man defense. Great effort from Amaya Williams down low on Sanchez. Sanchez trying to drive. She gets the layup up and hits it. Amaya Williams really trying to fight down there, do anything she can to stop Sanchez.
And Coach Falk over here is a little angry about the little swing that Sanchez had there on that play.
And a great layup and finish by Amaya Williams.
And here we are. You know, these two seem to be battling. These two teams have been battling. Like you said, Campos getting a warning. It's been a physical game.
Sanchez once again down low to help from Morales. And Morales fouls Sanchez. Sanchez really just doing it all for these Trailblazers, you know. If they don't have anywhere to go, they just throw it into her.
Exactly. And, you know, during crunch time, who do you go to? You go to your best player, and Sanchez has definitely been that this game.
Sanchez now hits the first free throw.
Number 23, Ariel Rios to check in for the Blazers, and number 14, Abigail Ortega to check in for the Troopers here.
And Sanchez hits the second free throw to tie it at 42. 2 minutes here left in this overtime period. And Amaya Williams now catching the bad pass from Anderson. Anderson back again, gives it to Williams. Williams trying to set up the offense here.
And Anderson was trying to get a mismatch there with Madrano, understanding that the size difference is great.
The Troopers now trying to run down the clock, tied at 42 here. Madrano now trying to force Amaya Williams to pass the ball. She does. Gives it to Campos now. Over to Duran. Back to Williams.
Troopers can't get complacent here with trying to run clock down. They got to understand this is still a tie game, but you don't want to hurry anything up.
Definitely, once again, like you said, we can't see any bad passes here. Just Troopers have to keep the composure. Over to Williams now at the top. Gives it back to Campos. The Trailblazer coach here aggressively making play calls to her defense. Over to Ortega in the corner.
I do want to see the Troopers here try to get it to the other side of the court, but not force like that.
A little over a minute here left in this first overtime period. Campos now driving, gives it to Ortega in the corner. Ortega drives, takes up the layup and misses. Not a good shot take there. It's rebounded by Herrera, who pushes down the ball for the Trailblazers.
And I think if she was just a little bit under more control, the ref would have given her a foul there.
And a timeout taken by the Trailblazers, almost a turnover from Herrera there. Great defensive possession, almost a trap there by the Troopers.
And you see number 32, Duran, coming in for that steal, kind of playing like a safety there.
Definitely just trying to force a trap and then get that backside steal. And now I am noticing that the Trailblazers are in the bonus here. 7 to 5 fouls. The Troopers are leading in the foul count. Something the Troopers may want to be aware of. That's something they would like to do is send them to the line.
Definitely. With 52 seconds remaining, the offenses for both teams, they haven't really scored a lot in this overtime period. So going to the line for a bonus could definitely kill one of these two teams.
And then now with the ball for the Trailblazers, guarded by Campos. Over to Madrano now. Over to Rios. And the Trailblazers might try to be using the same tactic here, running down the clock. A little over 30 seconds here left in this first overtime period. Rios now trying to drive, gives it back up to Madrano, who's trying to look to Herrera.
And Rios there just trying to throw off the Trooper defense, open something up for one of her teammates.
Madrano now trying to make a move on Duran. She does. She drives and gives it to Alexander in the corner, who gives it back to Sanchez. On the wing for Rios. She doesn't take the shot, she drives instead. And it is a travel call. A real good call on Rios.
A costly mistake here with 16 seconds left and the Troopers getting the ball back, now calling a timeout.
Same situation we saw here at the end of the fourth quarter. A close tie game here. A little under 20 seconds, and hopefully Coach Falk will try and drop this last shot here to try and give the Troopers the win.
Definitely, we saw the mistake that we had in the fourth quarter, and Trailblazers couldn't capitalize on that. Hopefully now we drop a play and we get it to somebody who is composed, and even then we still have 16 seconds of clock, so we can definitely find something else out of the inbound.
And here we go, these last 16 seconds of this first overtime period. Miracle Anderson throwing the ball for the Troopers.
And here again, we see that full court press from the America's Trailblazers.
Anderson now at the ball, gives it over to Williams, trying to break the full court press. She gets trapped. She gets it over to Campos though. Campos to Duran in the corner, takes the three. She hits it, bang for the Troopers. 2 seconds left, and the Trailblazers going to time out with 1.9 left on the scoreboard. 45 to 42. Emma Duran with the clutch three-pointer.
Jordan, you know, big-time players make big-time plays, and that is a big-time play from Duran here for the Troopers. I am astonished about that shot.
That was a great shot, you know, not something you expect from a freshman in a close game like this in the overtime. You know, just a great shot, a great make.
Really was. She kept her composure. She knew what spot she needed to be at, and, you know, she just trusted her shot. It's all you can ask for from a freshman, and just a great play by Duran there.
So we're talking about possible outcomes here, Jacob, with our tech guy over here, PJ, and he says, you know, maybe the smartest idea will be to foul since they are in the bonus, send the Trailblazers to the line and only give them 2 shots.
Yeah, and you know, that sounds like a really good idea, but you know, you've definitely seen it a lot where players miss intentionally after making the first one to get the rebound and putting it back up for the tie. I kind of like what the Troopers here are doing of pressing, but with only 2.8 seconds here, I don't think you press so far.
And they look for the full court pass. They get it to Herrera, who breaks through. Oh my goodness. She throws up the last second shot.
And they call a foul. They waved it off.
That's the game.
That is game.
Troopers win 45-32. A clutch shot from Emma Duran at the end of the first overtime period. Troopers win. A great game here by both teams.
And a tough defensive stand by the Troopers. This was really a classic game today.
And that's it here for Trooper Gymnasium. I'm Jordan McKinney.
I'm Jacob Baron, and have a good one, folks.